Alright guys, welcome to another JS report this week. With the still high school football, it's crunch time for a lot of teams. Or people are going on the road, or people are going to go home. Still high school soccer is still going on. High school volleyball is still going on across the state. And yeah, we'll look forward to seeing y'all soon. Oh gosh, what the heck? What are you doing?
One.
Well, Thomas, congratulations to your Tennessee Vols for once.
You think I'm a little bit happy about it? Just a little bit. I'm dressed the part, right?
Yeah, you're okay. Y'all haven't really won anything except for Peyton Manning days, right?
Hey, we won the highways out there because, hey, our colors help with the construction when people out there trying to get around all the debris and stuff on the highway. So this color comes in handy. And we were partying in Knoxville. Well, I wasn't there, but still, I was there in spirit. Great win.
Yeah, great win for the Vols. Congratulations, like I told you.
Yeah, it was a great win for the whole state. You know, the Tigers.
For the whole state?
Yeah, the Tigers came out. Wait, did the Tigers win this match? Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
We need the Tigers to bounce back. They need to go down Tulane and take care of business against the number 25th team in the nation and get back. So the whole state from west to east can celebrate. But yeah, most people are happy about this because a lot of people are Alabama haters.
True, but I gotta give credit when credit is due. Fans, you know, congratulations to the future Tennessee Vols. Congratulations to current Tennessee Vols, like the local kids here in the city of Memphis that are going to Tennessee or even playing for Tennessee right now as we speak.
Yeah, some of the kids you talk to, like they wearing that Tennessee gear. Chandler Day at Houston, he was repping. So, come on, I'm not the only one.
Yeah, Chandler Day, Amari Thomas, Jabari Small, Brian Neeson.
Amari with the big sack here. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You sure that wasn't a targeted call?
Yeah, he targeted the quarterback and brought him down. So yeah.
That was a good call.
Bryce Young was awesome in the game. Don't get me wrong, but he might be ready to hand the Heisman Trophy over to the guy in orange wearing number 5, Mr. Hooker.
We'll find out when they play Georgia, though.
Yeah, if he gets that game and has a Heisman moment, finally a Tennessee Vol will get to hold that trophy, and Peyton Manning, who should have had the trophy in '97, can take pride in it.
But again, congratulations to all Tennessee fans out there and current players and future players.
We're number 3.
Oh, y'all might make the playoff. Holy cow. Okay. But again, congratulations to all the Tennessee fans out there. And that's why I take one of the JS report this week.
Oh, wait, we got a JS report bonus. Hey, Chandler Day, the quarterback at Houston High School, who has pretty good fashion taste. He's been on vacation during his fall break, but he did take a moment to answer a few questions from John. So let's hear what he has to say.
Yeah, I think my freshman season helped a lot with all the experience and everything, getting experience a lot of time. That young helped a lot. You know, I'm only as good as my O-line and my playmakers. You know, it helps with the coaches a lot too. And, you know, Tebow is way beyond my reach, maybe when I'm a senior. You know, against Bartlett, like, you can't really turn the ball over 2 times. You can't have that many 3-and-out series and expect to be a Bartlett team that's very well coached and play very aggressive. And, you know, against Collierville, I think we probably played as good as we could, and they probably played as bad as they could have. So meaning that they're probably not that bad, and maybe we're not that good, you know, only time will tell. We definitely cannot overlook Arlington or White Station, and we're only guaranteed 1 playoff game at home, and I definitely think we have the toughest region in town, and maybe the state too.
All right, guys, my take 2 this week. There are some 3 exciting football games I'd like to talk about. The first game I saw where Millington lost a heartbreaker 21-20 in overtime. The Battle of the Trojans in that one. Can Millington really bounce back, hopefully this week, in a road environment? Second game will be MUS 21, Kingsbury 14. And it looks like MUS controlled the clock in that one. They scored on a 22-play drive, took them 87 yards, 10 minutes off the clock. 13-play drive, 65 yards, 5 minutes off the clock. And then 16 plays, 60 yards on 7 minutes off the clock. So it looks like the Owls could secure the region title coming up next 2 weeks as well for that first seed in that division. And then the last game, North Point 20, ECS 17. I know the Eagles fell short in that one, but credit Coach Adams and his Eagles for fighting hard in that one. Alright guys, my third take this week will be to look ahead. There's some exciting games out there, so please go out and support the kids as it is crunch time. Some of them basically could be eliminated after this week for playoff contention, but go out and support the kids in general this week. You got Houston Mustangs at Arlington, Collierville at Bartlett in a key game there where it could basically be a 1-2 matchup where basically it could be based on seeding that one. SBA's at Briarcrest. They're both winless in the region, but that could be a competitive game right there. Dyer County's at Brighton. Whitehaven at Cordova. It's a key game for Coach Salisbury and his Tigers traveling to the Cordova Wolves. Haywood at Covington. Could basically Covington keep Haywood's offense off the field because of their offense attack on their own, because it could be a high-scoring game in that one. Millington's at McNary. Christian Brothers is at Crump Stadium playing Central. Kingsbury's at Munford. Pure Academy, who has basically played a lot of tougher teams throughout the years to get the guys, some exposure out there. They're playing the MUS Owls this Thursday. Bolton's at Oak Haven. USJ's at St. George's, so could Coach a lot, and the Griffins pull the shocker. FACS at Tipton Rosemark. And then the Red Devils travel to White Station. Could White Station pull the shocker and go into spoil Germantown seeding for the playoffs? Alright guys, my fourth final take this week on the JS report, some volleyball and some soccer, some credit, as they're winding down for soccer this weekend and some volleyball as they're in the state tournament. And Thomas, did y'all know that the state tournament is not at Middle Tennessee anymore?
Did not know that.
Yeah, it is now at high schools across the city of Memphis.
Well, would a championship be there?
Possibly not.
Wow, did not know that.
So it makes me wonder what the city of Murfreesboro are they trying to, just get. Are they having it at these high schools? To me, it would be a better environment if they have it at the Murphy Center, where you can have draw more crowds.
That'd be more of a reward for the girls too.
Absolutely.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah, that kind of interesting. That kind of hit me this week, and I'm like, in years past, it used to be at Middle Tennessee. Anyways, volleyball updates. Houston played Cleveland yesterday. Cleveland looks like the major powerhouse in AAA and volleyball. They're 45-5 on the year. They beat Houston yesterday. So Houston's got to play Lebanon in the losers bracket at 2:30 today. Collierville beat Maryville, a powerhouse in Maryville, in 5 sets. So they play Brentwood as we speak at 12 o'clock. Volleyball, Briarcrest is still alive as they beat Knoxville Catholic. They play Chattanooga Baylor at 2:30 this afternoon. And then if they lose that, they play Knoxville Catholic again at 5 o'clock. If they lose that, the season is over for the Saints. Some soccer, some credit as well. Let's give out the single A first. Lakeland Prep, like we talked about last week. Thomas, they are fans. They are pretty much a team that has all 9th graders and a few 8th graders. So credit to Lakeland Prep, and that one they won East. They won over East 2-1. They play at home against Crosstown. If they win that, they would host a sub-state game and possibly go to the state tournament for the first time in school history, as this is their first year being in the TSAA. Millington won over Rise 3-0. They play at Covington on Thursday. Saturday's to be announced, so be on the lookout for that. It'll be either South Gibson or Dyersburg Trojans. Houston 9, Germantown 0. And Collierville won 2-1. So Houston and Collierville would face off against each other, and they either play Rossview or Clarksville in that one. And then Hudson's at Liscombe Academy, and then Briarcrest hosts Innsworth on Saturday in soccer. That's my take 4.
Thomas Ellis Jr. here, and we're closing out with this JS report with the Dynamic Power 10. Remember, Dynamic Physical Therapy, 2 great locations. One in Millington at 8586 Highway 51. And then you also check out the one at 973 Highway 51 in Covington. So, week 10, as we get into week 10, not much change in the Power 10 from last week because a lot of teams were off. But we did have a little shake-up at the bottom, kind of like in the national rankings with Tennessee beating Alabama. Just a little shake-up there. Number 10. Millington at 4-4, tough overtime loss, about 1 point the block extra point at the very end in overtime. Got Dyersburg with the win. Now Dyersburg is the 2 seed pretty much in that region in 7-3A. Millington will have to go on the road, but they want to finish strong. They can start with McNary Central. Number 9, Christian Brothers at 4-4. Tough competitive loss, but like John noted, MUS control the ball, control the clock. So Christian Brothers couldn't do much. They dropped to 4-4. Tough game at Memphis Central. Number 8, Briarcrest, also 4-4. They won 4 games outside of their region, but in their region, they're winless. They're trying to pick up their first win against St. Benedict after they beat Pierre 35-6 last week. Number 7, MUS at 6-2 on the season. They have Pierre coming up after that classic rivalry game with Christian Brothers. They're looking to build up some momentum and secure that region number 1 seed in Division 2 AA. And I think AAA, my bad, the big schools. Now we go to Germantown at number 6. They're 6-2 as well. They have White Station coming up, a road trip there. Number 5, Houston, 6-2. Arlington coming up. Arlington wants to pull out the upset so they can stay in that playoff picture. Number 4, also 6-2, Bartlett. Collierville, winner takes all. Winner, you're in first place. So Collierville at 7-1. They have to go to Bartlett. They're our number 3 team. It's going to be a tough matchup. Now the game of the week, in my opinion, our number 2 team, Covington, is going to take on Haywood, the 4A Power. They're the top seed and they're trending as one of the best teams in 4A across the state. Covington wants to prove they're one of the best teams in 3A. But in this area, in West Tennessee, these 2 teams don't like each other. It's a battle of purple. They want to take out each other. Covington is trying to keep the momentum going after a 45-18 win over Dyer County. And then number 1, the only undefeated team we have here at 8-0, the Munford Cougars, and they take on Kingsbury. And Munford, last time they were on the field, they won 31-20 over Southwind. And speaking of Southwind, Coach Griffin caught up with John, or did John catch up with Coach? Either way, he took a brief minute to talk about, playing the tough Munford team, playing in the region with Bright and all those tough teams, but how Southwind might make some noise in the playoffs coming up this fall.
All right, this week on the JS Report, I got Coach Griffin from Southwind. Coach Griffin, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Coach Griffin, just talk about the bounce back with this week when y'all get Overton coming into town.
Yeah, we have Overton, a big division game, and it's a game that we really need in order to kind of hold that second spot in the division.
What can the players learn from that Munford loss?
They can learn that, even though we turned the ball over 4 times, that we were still in the game. Memphis is a great team, a well-coached team, and just something to build on for the future.
What can you talk about with the season so far, if you don't mind?
I think so far it's been a pretty good season for me being in my first year. I think we've made some progress, and we got a very young team, so I think the future looks bright for us.
And talk about the Brighton game. I know you don't want to get in detail too early, but just talk about the Brighton game in general too.
Yeah, well, Brighton's on down the line. They're a quality division opponent, and right now we're just one game at a time.
All right, Coach Griffin, thanks.
All right, thank you.